All right. Welcome in, everybody, to the Monday edition of Daily Bread, coming at you live right at 12:25 on the East Coast to cover the small MLB slate today. And then you already know Monday Night Football with the Seahawks versus the Broncos. We appreciate everybody who tapped in this past weekend to Paid for Play on Saturday and Sunday morning QBs on Sunday. You already know that's how we're going to run the weekends going forward because football season is in full swing. And it's all powered and sponsored by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. So be sure to be tapped in with them there. We appreciate everyone on Twitter. Hit the link up in the title. Jump in the chat with the rest of the fellas and ladies. But Sosa, how you doing?
Feeling great, man. You probably weren't expecting me to say that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm feeling great, man. Feeling really encouraged. It's a rough day yesterday for the San Francisco 49ers. Obviously, we lost. Weather was an issue, but again, in the age we live in, it's no time for excuses. We lost. It's that simple. And we move on. We move forward. I would like to, sit on here and cry like a girl about it, but it just went how it went, and that's what we got to live with. On to next week. As you can see, your team won. Happy for you. Psych. Not happy for your fan base. They online talking all that shit.
Did they really win if they didn't cover?
Hey, man, listen, dude. Back door, whatever you want to call it. I saw some people talking about y'all playing prevent, which is a lie. They lied. Like they're just fans lying about that. Y'all weren't playing prevent. Y'all were playing nickel and dime and quarters coverage, and y'all were getting chopped up by Detroit's skill players, respectfully. Yep. Again, no super takeaways from yesterday. Patrick Mahomes, best quarterback in football. If you had any doubts, I think he kind of answered them. I know they played Arizona, but I mean, I don't know how he's going to learn how to play quarterback without Tyreek Hill. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be good. Same goes for Tyreek Hill. I don't know if Tyreek Hill is going to be able to be an effective football player without Patrick Mahomes throwing the fucking ball.
Oh, my biggest takeaway was the Panthers got screwed probably the most, and Rodgers didn't get the good shrooms.
Yeah, I'm going to have to make a call.
Yeah, man. I feel like Rodgers usually puts up a week one dud if it's not prime time.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. He was pretty bad yesterday.
I think he was like 26. Yeah, according to the big time stat nerds, he was like the 26th quarterback that played from week one so far was where Rodgers' stats were at.
Yeah, Rodgers was not, he's not what we come to. I mean, it doesn't help that the rookie receiver that everybody's hyped up, throwing up a colossal brick and the ball going right through his fucking hands. It was kind of, people could say since he killed himself. I mean, on both sides, we saw some good, we saw some bad. Again, to try to put week one in a vacuum and take anything away from it's a little bit difficult. But here we are. It was 1 week. The Cowboy season's over, though. They're done with. I mean, 6 to 8 weeks for Dak. I'm looking at 1-5, 1-7, 2-6, whatever. However, they're going to suck. They sucked with him. So I don't know. I don't know what people were expecting. He looked absolutely atrocious. First half was 6 for 16, 53 yards and a pick. Just garbage. Just absolutely horrendously bad. Yeah, so I think it's over for. I think it's completely over for the Cowboys. Your Giants won, or sorry, you know what I meant. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. The Giants won, and unlike a lot of people, I'm very happy for Saquon Barkley. I'm a Saquon guy. I'm a huge Saquon fan. If anybody doesn't already know that. And I'm extremely happy for him. I've said it on the internet. Him and Michael Thomas, two guys that, like yesterday, if you didn't enjoy watching them play, obviously if you're a Titans fan or a Falcons fan, you didn't enjoy it. But outside of that, if you didn't enjoy watching those two guys just be healthy and give football what we've been missing, which is two superstars who have missed so much time because of injury. I like a lot of the stuff I saw from Dable as far as play calling. I think there's some positivity on the horizon for the Giants, man. No Thibodeau. Defense didn't look that bad. Derrick Henry didn't get 100 yards. So a lot of positives for the New York Football Giants. And I don't like the Giants at all, but I got to be
I'm
honest.
spinning it that the Titans are just going to be real mids this year. And
Yeah,
it's also week 1. Just don't overreact.
it's also week 1. I mean,
like their kicker, if he makes a 47-yarder, it's a whole lot of a different spin real quick.
The backup running back scored 2 touchdowns yesterday for Tennessee. So that, I don't know how much stock you put into that. You know what I mean? Whatever. Other than that, like I said, I'm very happy for Michael Thomas. Extremely happy to see him back. Drake London is going to be the goods. You still have to give Arthur Smith a bunch of credit. Called a great game yesterday. Nothing really questionable from him, in my opinion. They just New Orleans was the better team at the end. The Colts getting a tie with the Texans, kind of embarrassing, in my opinion. All that talk about Matt Ryan this, Matt Ryan that, looked pretty much the same to me, just without the mobility from the quarterback position. Carson Wentz obviously scoring a W yesterday. The division going 3-1. I know you saw that one coming, and I know you saw the only L coming from Dallas. So I think everyone saw that one, right?
Easy.
Yeah,
Dougie P. Carson wasn't letting Dougie P. get the final straw.
It was obvious,
and that was the revenge game for Carson too, because blowing it against the Jags not to make the playoffs.
Absolutely.
But you want to get into the MLB, and then we'll wrap it up with the Monday Night Football talk, and then we can get to more football plays. Just we're here so we don't get fined. Blow through the MLB slate, so we'll probably get through this within 5 minutes. Small slate. People want to talk football, so
I'm going to keep it real regular for baseball. One play only. Los Angeles Dodgers team total over 5, -120. Love the matchup. Love the pitching matchup. Best team in baseball. I really don't feel like I have to go deep into this. Tyler Anderson's been good. Whether he gives up some runs tonight, yes or no, against the Giants, who we've owned all season, there's no fear in my mind that we ball out and put up 5-6 runs easily, probably in the first 5. So that's my one and only Major League Baseball play for today. Keeping it light. Yesterday went crazy. Had an amazing day. 3 touchdown scores hit. Andy had an amazing day. I had a good day. It was what we expected. Football is back, and the domination has begun. If you weren't on the boat, make sure you reach out to the Diamond Club, because you're gonna want to be a part of it. Just saying.
I'm gonna take the rat line of the day. Guardians on the money line at -112. Coming off the sweep in Minnesota, coming back home. LA traveling. -112. Fading Detmers. Not really too scared about that.
Yes, sir. Can't really fault you for fading the Angels. They have they get hot. They had a hot little run where just recently, obviously our boy Mike Trout, wow, went on a tear. Imagine if he didn't miss like 50 fucking games. He'd probably lead the National League in home runs. Imagine if Mookie didn't miss 20 games. But that's neither here nor there. We're not even gonna, make that a thing. But yeah, that's it for baseball. We can move straight on to the NFL. Obviously, one game only tonight. Monday Night Football. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman making their ESPN debuts. It's a big deal, apparently.
Is it?
Apparently. Joe Buck, Mr. Hair Plugs. I'm a fan, though. I like him. I like him doing baseball. I'm gonna miss him for Fox Baseball. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder who they replacing him with. Well, forget about it. Don't even worry about it. But obviously, Russell Wilson returning to his old team, as Matt just stated. Playing in front of a crowd that he's played a bunch of games in front of. Now as the opposing quarterback, I think it's going to be a huge emotional moment for him. Up until he gets on the field and realizes that the team he left fucking sucks. Seattle's not good defensively. A lot of question marks. They do still have some dynamic talent on the offensive side of the ball. Whether or not that translates to wins or translates to even competing is to be determined. Neither of their quarterback options really, move the needle for me. No. I think Drew Luck is good. I don't think that Geno Smith is good. As far as a cover, listen, if you guys want that stress,
Of a 6.5 on the road.
Go for it. If that's what y'all want, if y'all want that stress of dealing with that, cool. More power to you. But for me, it's going to come in 3 sprinkle plays, nothing major. The 3 plays that I like are touchdown scores. I'm going to go Cortland Sutton to score a touchdown at plus 165. Reason being, I think a lot of people have shown a lot of love to Jerry Jeudy. One of Russell Wilson's best attributes is his ability to throw the deep ball. Cortland Sutton is a better over-the-top receiver. Jerry Jeudy is an in-between guy, runs really good routes. You're going to get him on a lot of crossers off of play action. He also gets open easier. So from the quick game standpoint, the 2 plays that I like Jerry Jeudy's catches, and I like Cortland Sutton to score a touchdown. And let me get the numbers out for you. His total receptions is at 4.5 at minus 128. I think with Russell Wilson as a quarterback, he easily eclipses 5 catches. And again, throwing to the outside of the numbers, over the top. I love Russell Wilson with Cortland Sutton. I believe that Cortland Sutton, by the end of the year, will be right there with anybody numbers-wise based on his skill set and the quarterback that he's now playing with. And then the touchdown, like I said, Cortland Sutton at plus 1. Get the correct number. Cortland Sutton at plus 165. I'm also going the contrarian route with the running back situation. I like Melvin Gordon to score a touchdown at plus 180. I know everybody loves Javonte. There's a reason why they kept Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon's much better in the goal line situations. He's much better in those goal-to-go situations. I think that's where Javonte loses a lot of steam, even though he's the better receiver out of the backfield and will get all the third down stuff. Don't sleep on Melvin Ingram having a role in the offense all year as long as he's healthy. I think the only thing that's really ever been his issue is him being banged up here and there. But when he's been fully healthy, he's been a very good contributor on every NFL team that he's been on.
So 3 touchdown scores doesn't necessarily mean you lean the over or the under, but the total sitting at 44.
Well, 2.
What you like that way?
The 2 touchdown scores, like Cortland and Melvin Gordon. And then on the Seattle side, I think you have to bet DK Metcalf because, one, he's their number 1 option. The quarterback does one thing good, throw the deep ball. And if DK gets one-on-ones, it doesn't really matter who it's against. You're going to give him an opportunity to catch the ball. He's been the number 1 receiving option in the red zone over the last 2 seasons, whose name is not Devontae Adams. I don't expect that to change. I expect that if they get close inside the 20, he's the first option. And I also believe that he's probably the only, he can take the top off the defense. So he brings a skill set that's very hard to defend. And he also just got paid a shit ton of money. Usually when people get paid, they want to make sure that they show out. So those are my looks for the evening. Anything you like? Anything in this particular one?
I was trying to target something early because, like you said, it's not going to be something worth going the full game. The total usually has my perspective because, everyone's saying it's going to be a sloppy game, but the public usually loves the over in the pride time games here. You got that one sitting at 44. Seattle to score at the first quarter, just any point is 0.5. So you can get that at even price. The first quarter total 7.5. That was where I was looking. And we're going over. First quarter over 7.5. That's how we'll get our action in for today at minus 101.
Absolutely love it. I lean the same way. I think it's a statement game either way. I don't believe in Seattle's defense. I do believe that Russell Wilson's going to want to come out here and silence a lot of people who said he hasn't played good the last couple of years in Seattle. I believe he leads NFL history. He's like top 3 or 4 in NFL history in 30 touchdown seasons, which no one seems to even notice. The guy goes for 30 touchdowns, and people don't realize how difficult that is to do either because of the new video game offenses that we get. I think Matt Stafford's only gone over 30 like twice in his entire career, which should kind of tell you how hard it is to get because it's easy to get 4,000 yards now. But 30 touchdowns, can consistently do that over and over and over. It's extremely difficult. I think Russ comes out here really trying to prove something. I think Russ could throw a pick. I like Geno to throw a pick more than I like Russ, to be honest, because I think that Russ has a lot more at his disposal. even though Seattle did do something that was very strange. They upgraded their offensive line as soon as Russell Wilson left.
They
Coincidence?
knew they really needed it this year.
Bro, they were absolutely horrendous.
Russ is plus 115 to throw an interception. Gino's like minus 180.
See, so I mean, for just off the value, Russ is worth it, but it's kind of telling you that
Minus 175, yeah. Always shop around. You always ballpark here. Everyone's book's different.
they both could. But again, I think Russ is so equipped. I think that top to bottom, this might be the most talent he's had around him offensively. And this also the best defense he's had since Legion of Boom. Let's be honest. Best defense, top to bottom, he's had since Legion of Boom. Last 6 seasons, Seattle's defense has been good, have not been great. Since the Legion of Boom kind of split up, it hasn't been the same. So let's just, let's remember that as well. He's got a much better defense on the other side. They could very easily make this game a lot shorter and a lot less interesting, just based on the talent that they present on that side of the ball.
So, yep, I ain't got any other thoughts on tonight's game than that.
That's all I got for tonight as well. I don't know what else needs to be covered.
Yeah, we don't got much soccer. We got one game between Empoli and Roma today, but it is what it is. We got the Premier League back this weekend.
I thought they got 2 weeks off.
Oh, I thought, do they?
That's what I thought. I thought they were taking 2 weeks off.
Fantasy Premier League's lying to me then.
All right, because remember I kept seeing
they got matches this weekend.
Okay. So maybe that will be 2 weeks. I don't know. Maybe I know they shut the country down because of the Queen passing. I'm liking Albert O's props, Champions League. Yeah, Champions League tomorrow. Why you had to remind me, Roddy? Why you had to remind me?
I believe Liverpool's gonna be rested.
That was unwarranted. That was completely unwarranted, but it's okay.
I didn't make a 49ers joke, so.
I mean, why would you make a joke about us? I mean, we didn't give up 35 in a monsoon. You gave up 35 indoors.
It's all right.
Jalen Hurts, hell of a fullback, that guy. Let me tell you. Hell of a fullback.
We're solid. Devonta Smith, great game yesterday.
Not even a target.
That's like, what, 2 games in a row?
Oh, man.
It is, actually, because the Bucs game completely gone, too, so.
They must be best.
AJ Brown was awesome.
It's like AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts are like best friends or something. It's almost like they're best friends in real life. It's crazy.
Other than that, tomorrow, back at you live. Like, sub, follow, retweet, YouTube, Twitter. We out.